I'm Kevin Davis. This is the Catholic Family Podcast. I'm joined by Terry McKeegan, and we certainly hope that our technology survives this podcast. Guys, I know we say this all the time. I'm going to really figure this out. I'm going to have to get a new program or something because it is just killing podcasts every single time, and it's driving me crazy. So I apologize. I really do. We're going to work on it. I'm going to get my best minds on it to try to figure this out. But anyway, today we're talking about pilgrimages and Catholic get-togethers and meetups. And Terry, who I've actually never met until about 2 minutes ago, is one of my all-time favorite people. I love Terry because Terry is a doer, which I love. I love doers. I love people who put things together and try to make things happen, try to get people together to meet each other. And I think that's awesome. I think that's something that is desperately needed in our time. I think that, as I've said on many podcasts, that we are out of the dark ages of traditional Catholicism. We're out of catacombs. We need to be in the time of growth and of doing and of building. And again, that's why I like my new friend Terry, because Terry is helping to do a lot of that stuff and organizing these events to get people together, and especially to get people together to honor God, because why are we here, right? That's the whole point. The whole point is to honor God and to give glory to God. And if we can do that and meet other Catholics in the process, well, that's the best win-win of all time. So Terry, I don't know if you want to introduce yourself. I guess you can if you'd like. If not, tell us a bit about what you just did lately. And I think in Ohio with the two relics of saints near your neck of the woods.
Yeah, and Kevin, great to meet you finally virtually.
Likewise.
And yeah, so just a brief background on myself. I grew up in the Novus Ordo, and I kind of went through the progression of every single, indult, Ecclesia Dei, SSPX, Benevacantism, the whole gamut. So I'm newer in tradition, full tradition, and back when I was in the Novus Ordo world, I used to do a lot of events and led a lot of trips and pilgrimages. So I've also spent a lot of time living and working in Europe. So opportunity to go over there and do a pilgrimage, especially with what you guys have been doing in Germany. I met some of the guys that have been doing the pilgrimage over there at the Fatima conference last October. And it seemed like a great thing to try to invite, people from outside of Germany, from the other, especially Western European countries, and put together a package for them to come along and meet a lot of the great Germans and expats like your pilgrimage.
Yeah, and I'm glad you bring that up, and we'll get to we'll cover that in a bit, because I have a lot to say about the Altötting pilgrimage in Germany, because it's kind of my baby. I kind of started that with a couple of my friends 6-7 years ago now, so we've been doing it a long time, and we attribute a lot of mini miracles to it, and I really mean that. So it really is something that we put a lot of faith and hope in and really believe in. I firmly believe that pilgrimage brings the answers to your prayers. Now, obviously, that's all up to God, how he answers your prayers, but it's amazing. I mean, it's amazing. I've seen it firsthand how it's been answered. And that's why I go over and over again on this podcast saying how important it is to do pilgrimages, because I have seen it work. Now, before we get to that, I do want to cover real quickly. You recently organized one and again, you got to correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's in Ohio. It's a pilgrimage to two saints. I think that their relics are being held at a Byzantine monastery, I think it is. So you may have to give us a little bit of background of what went on here this last, I think, 2 weekends ago, maybe.
Yeah. So this was just about 1 week ago. It was Saturday, May 24th. We had the first of hopefully many traditional Catholic pilgrimages to venerate the relics of St. Maximina and St. Hyestin.
Oh, well, we lost Terry for a second. I think he'll be back. Terry is working off of a Wi-Fi, but while we're waiting for Terry to come back in, here are some images of St. Hyestin and St. Maximina. Now, obviously, these are not, I shouldn't say obviously, but these are wax figures or stone figures. I believe these are just the bones of the saints, but beautifully done. I think especially St. Maximina looks like she's almost living and breathing, which is a testament to the artist. Really beautifully rendered as, again, St. Hyacinth. This isn't quite as lifelike. He looks a little less lifelike, but I honestly am curious when we get Terry back here to get the stories. I don't know these saints. I've of course heard of a St. Hyacinth, but I don't know if it's this one. I felt like St. Hyacinth that I knew was a bishop. This does not look like a bishop, though he does have the red robe, so I guess it could be. He looks awful young, but we're hoping to get Terry back here in a second. We don't have many of you watching. Petros Primos, thank you for watching. We figured Monday afternoon, yeah, we wouldn't have too many people watching, but honestly, I'm going to be totally honest. It is just easier to do live shows than it is to do recorded shows because I have to upload them. Is it near Vigratsbad? Yeah, it's not too far. It is. Vigratsbad is probably 3.5 hours from Munich. It's near Munich, really. It's about an hour from Munich by car to Altötting. So certainly, if you're in the Vigratsbad area, you certainly could reach it decently. And I have friends who I would be very surprised would not be coming. I've had several friends from Vigratsbad who come every year. So if you are in that area, let me know, and I'm sure we could figure out a way to get you over to Munich for the pilgrimage in Altötting, because it's amazing. I mean, and again, as we wait for Terry, hopefully he's going to come back. It's really the pilgrimage has been amazing. I've had several friends, good friends, who I've talked to who had their direct prayers answered, in tough prayers, really tough prayers. We had a court case. We had a business that needed to sell. We've had people who've looked for spouses for a long time and found them shortly after. Now, I'm someone who really believes in that fully. Like I fully believe that works. That these pilgrimages are an extraordinary means of grace, because they hurt, right? They're hard. You're doing them in order to gain graces and to, hurt yourself a little bit, to get your feet a little sore. Excuse me. Oh man. And I think it's a neat thing to do, because again, it hurts. It's for God. It's
Only
for
God
lady,
knows the
soul.
good that can come about by reading one.
Sorry, guys. Okay, get rid of this one. You also get to meet many other Catholics from all around the world, which again we hope to spread out all over the place. As Terry, if he joins us again, wants to do as well, to get people coming in from the U.S. as well. The Pedros is saying the Ohio pilgrimage just happened, so it happened last weekend. Perhaps next year, Terry, I think, will be organizing it. Hopefully, it sounded like he was mentioning he would like to organize it again next year as well. Let me see if there's something I need to do to get Terry on here. I don't think so. But the pilgrimage in Germany, I believe, is the second week of September, or maybe I think it's the first week of September. See, I didn't have this prepared because I was relying on Terry. Where'd you go, Terry? Let's see. I'll see when he comes back. I've done that one to Altötting, I think 7 times total, and my prayers have been answered on multiple occasions. And again, very big wishes. You know what I mean? Sometimes you wish for, you say, "Dear Mary, help me to, I don't know, be better, or help me to get a new car or what it's. But sometimes you ask big things. You ask me to get a career, ask me to get a new house, ask me to find a wife. And I've done these a few times, big wishes and big prayers, and not wishes. The wish isn't the right word, asking Our Lady to really help you. And in that prayer, again, you're walking and suffering and asking her to help you. And it's been amazing. And the experience is just unbelievable. You get to walk alongside these other Catholics who you can get to know. You get to understand what they're walking for. You get to meet them. You get to, get this little bit, a few days of their culture rubbed off on you, and you can do it as well. And it's so friendly, and it's so, you're such a compatriot with everyone there with you. You're just really in it with them. And again, it's all doing it for the honor of Our Lady, right? You're all doing it for asking for special petitions, but also for her. And you're going to her, and you're going to her feet, and you're saying, you're walking these, what is it? It's 65 kilometers. So I think it's 38 miles. And then you get there and you kneel down and you hurt like crazy. Your legs can barely move anymore. And your back is bent over, and you're just asking her to be there for you, and to help you to be in aid, in our afflictions. And she's amazing, especially Our Lady of Altötting. I just have to continually come back to. I don't know where Terry is. Terry, where'd you go? We see Petrus Primus is also leaving. Everyone's leaving me right now. I know, again, Terry was having some internet connection issues. We may have to do this again, I guess, with Terry. I don't know. It's the issue with doing this live that it leaves me a little bit on the spot. But it's only 7 of you watching out there. So thank you, 7. Mom is probably one of them. So hi, Mom. Though Mom would probably have commented, I have to say. I don't know who Petrus Primus is, but they're also gone. Let's see if we can get. Oh, hi, Father. Yes, Father. Father Borja asked in the comment section, is Terry the one behind the traditional Catholic events? Yes, which, again, I planned to share. Let's see if I can find it now. Yes, he is behind that. He's organizing an event in Denver. He organized one in Ohio. Here I have it pulled up here. Just a sec, Father. So I guess if we have Father watching, then who else needs to watch? Let's see. I'm going to share the screen here. This is traditional Catholic events.blogspot.com. So again, we lost Terry, unfortunately. Hopefully he's coming back. But you can find his webpage at traditionalcatholicevents.blogspot.com. You see the pilgrimage here to Bavaria and Austria. So he has multiple events planned. So as we scroll down, you see he's in Salzburg. As they say, Davis of Catholic Family Podcast will be there. Yeah, that's me. Ooh, no pressure. Salzburg is like that's my local city. I love it. It's like my favorite city. It's an amazing town in Austria. Sound of Music, beautiful place. And then we start the actual pilgrimage on Friday. You walk about 28 kilometers. Second day, I think a little bit more, and you end up in Altötting, where he will help you stay, etc. And then Sunday, you go to Mass with Father Heine in Darching, which is about 30 minutes away from. Sorry, I'm just looking at the chat now. 30 minutes away from Munich, and then you go back to Munich to spend the day in Munich. I have a friend who is a good, amazing historian, and he's a Munich historian and a beer historian, Christian, who's been on the show on several occasions, who I think will also be there in Munich on Sunday. I hope, at least, because he is an absolute amazing expert on the city of Munich and Germany in general. So that's just one of the events as we head out from there. That's my big one. Obviously, you see the Yag and Cincy. We've done that one a couple times. Here's one, again, a new one. They did this last year. I think Terry, again, organizes this as so. Terry is gone. I think Terry got screen shy. I'm kidding. I think he has some internet issues. As you see, July 31st to August 3rd in Denver, Colorado, the second gathering of traditional Catholics, which is geared for those 25 and over who love the outdoors. They'll do a couple of hikes. The weekend package is $325. That's really not that bad. It's one of those funny things. Like, I think, I don't think Terry's making money from this guy. I shouldn't say I think. I'm sure Terry's not making money from this. Here's a few pictures from last year's event in Denver area. These are my buddies. Like these are people I know. Like I'm from Denver, so not all of most of them I know well. This is my home state. I love Colorado dearly. Goatly as come on, the picture. See, I had a good pun in it. Doesn't even work. Of course, now the pictures aren't going to work. As you see, the parish at Our Lady of the Snows Catholic Church. That is a church run by Father Carlos Cepeda, who runs the Catholic Wire. He's a very good friend of this show. Will be nothing big, but he will be there for sure during this time, at least for Mass. I don't want to bother on the spot, but as you see, Colorado is a wonderfully beautiful place with awesome people. I mean, I do have to say they are the best people. I know I'm starting to sound a little bit like Donald Trump, but they're the best. The Colorado, they are amazing. Father Saunders is also doing an adult event up in Canada. I did a video on its own about that recently. You can find any information about that. Go back in the videos on the Catholic Family Podcast, a couple, and you can find all the information about that. I think that's also in August. So if you're in the northeastern side or north middle of the U.S., or hey, you want to just do a little flight, you'll be able to go and visit Father Saunders up in Ontario, London, Ontario area. Again, if you want to find that information, you can find that. That's not on this list because that's not run by Terry, but you can find that in a previous episode. It's not that far down. You want to go on the Catholic Family Podcast, go maybe 10 videos down, and you will find information on the young adult meeting or whatever they want to call it in Ontario. I think we may not be getting Terry back. I don't know. He's gone. We will have to try to do this some other time, unfortunately. I don't know. I know Terry also had to go to a work meeting here in a few minutes, so he only had a few minutes today anyway. And well, he has not come back. I think I scared him. What do you guys think? Do you guys, Father Borja, did I scare Terry away? I might have. I'm a pretty scary guy. I know how that goes sometimes. Oh wait, I think I got an email from Terry. He says, I'm online, but can't seem to connect to Restream. Weird. Okay, let's see. I'm going to refresh us. Let's see. I'm going to send him a new link. See if we can get Terry back. Again, I can tell you all about the one in Germany because I've done that on many occasions. I know. You should be terrified. I'm a scary guy. Okay, let's see. I sent Terry a new link. Let's see if he can come in on this one. Because again, I don't think he has a ton of time left. We may have to do a quick question and answer session. Father Borja, we got to do dinner here in the next few days, by the way, while I'm in America. The tech issues follow me everywhere, which again makes me think it must be the program Restream, which I spend a lot of money on and continually doesn't work. So I'm pretty sick of it. So if anyone knows another program that does YouTube streaming, please let me know, because this one I'm really done. I'm really done with it. It is just consistently consistently bad, and it consistently doesn't work. And so when you cannot get guests on and you have issues in every single podcast, it's time for a change. So we'll have to look into that here in the coming days. Though, again, it's one of those things, guys, I'm on family vacation, and you know how that is. You go visit your family, and sometimes you have plans and sometimes you don't. And then it's just like, hey, you guys want to go to the zoo? It's like, yeah, of course. No, OBS. I hear you, Patriots Primus. I do not like OBS. OBS is too simple and complicated at the same time. I've tried OBS. I'm not a big fan. Also, we've tried OBS many times to live stream events from Mary Immaculate Church in Omaha, and I'm pretty sure every single time it went bad. It went belly up. So OBS is also another one. It's another one we've really tried. We've tried it over and over and over, and it just fails consistently. Now, maybe it's a user failure. I mean, I am totally willing to admit that. But right now, it's like I don't know what is the issue here. I don't really know. Yeah, Restream's complicated. I don't know. I mean, I may have to dump Restream too, but I don't know what else. Why is there a problem? I don't get it. My internet says it's perfect. I have a good camera. I have a good mic. There's no reason for there to be a problem right now. But for some reason, over and over and over every show. And it's weird because about 6 months ago, I was having a couple of shows a week, and it wasn't a problem at all. And now it's a problem for everything. So Father Barra says he's used Prism. Okay, thank you, Father. I'll have to try that. Prism. I'll have to write that down because I've got to try something else. It's just every time. It's like every show. And now I've sent Terry the link, but I don't know if he got it. Where are you, Terry? Terry. We will do this if Terry doesn't come back on, because again, I know he has a meeting here in a few minutes. We will try this again sometime. It may have to be when I'm back in Germany, honestly. I don't know. It is just, it's so hard with family reunion. It's a problem when you come to America for 7 weeks and it's like, yeah, I'll have plenty of time. And there's like no time. There's no time. Like I want to meet with Father Borja to have a dinner. And it's like, I don't even know when to do it because we have this and this and this and this and this and this and this. It's just like, and I love it. And I don't want to complain because I have an amazing family and we do a lot of really fun things. So it's not like torture. I'm not being tortured over here, but there's no time. There's no time to do anything. And yeah, it's hard. Okay, we have another one, StreamYard. I've heard of that one. That's one I think I've heard a couple of the pros using. Thank you for that. Yeah, thank you. Honey Sweet Homemaker, StreamYard, and Prism. Okay, StreamYard. I should be able to remember that. Maybe. StreamYard, Prism. Let's see if I can remember that. Mount Etna erupted. Really? Is that like a new news thing? Wow, that sounds kind of harsh. Or are we going back to the Roman times? That's what I feel like. I feel like my tech is like Roman times. Sounds about right. Mount Etna-esque. Though if it covered Pompei again, that would be pretty interesting. I actually got to visit Pompei 2018. Really interesting. Like if you get to like Naples, sketchy, like really like wow, like third world country type. Sorry anyone from Naples, it's pretty sketchy. But Pompei was very, very neat. Definitely worth seeing, and just really an amazing glimpse at the world of the Roman culture. Wasn't all good. Certainly was not all good. A lot of it was actually very bad, very immoral, but interesting. You just got a glimpse of what was happening during the time of the apostles. I think Etna, the Pompei eruption was, I want to say it was 67, 63, something like that, somewhere in the 60s. And it's just so interesting. It makes it real, right? And when you see that reality of the time of the apostles, it just makes you understand that, all right, they lived. Right? It wasn't just a story that they actually lived. They were real people. You see the houses that they may have lived in or visited, and that's really interesting. And Pompei as being able to preserve that more than just about anybody else. So I see maybe again Etna erupted. I don't know, guys. It looks like I don't know. I have not heard again from Terry. We may have to. Okay, so Terry says that Restream is just not letting him in, which is weird. You guys see my stream? Okay, I guess you guys have been commenting on my random nonsense, so I assume you're seeing me. As you see, Patriots Primus has to leave. Arrivederci. Hasta luego. Yeah, maybe I guess we're gonna have to do this again with Terry. I'm sorry to say that. I'm looking forward to it because, as I said at the beginning, I love people who do things. I love people who organize things. I think that's because I've done it. And I guess I love myself then. I don't really. I understand what it takes to organize things. It's hard. It takes a lot of work, patience. You don't really enjoy the event because the whole time you're thinking, okay, next, okay, are all my people here? What's the next thing? We're going to, okay, tomorrow we're going to hear, and Sunday we're going to hear, and so you don't really enjoy it. And I've done these things before, so I really respect people who do that because it's not for you. Yeah, it's really you're really doing your best. See, it's so funny that you guys say, so Father says the internet, the video quality is not the best. That's so interesting. It's so funny because it's so hard for me because like right now I'm looking at myself and it's like the perfect internet quality. It looks like an amazing video. Shows you. That is narcissism and vanity in a nutshell. You almost never as good as you think you do. I guess it's a lesson for us all. Ethernet connection. Yeah. I don't know. It's one of those things, when you go and you visit other places, like when I'm at home, I at least know where my Ethernet connection is, my LAN connection, but I'm at my brother's house now and I don't know, he's at work, it's just it's the issue of trying to podcast as you go, gets kind of icky. And I guess in that sense, we'll have to tell Terry, we'll have to do this another time. Terry, I don't know if you're watching this, but I'm sorry it didn't work. Probably on my side, it really is. It's just not working. But it's so weird because we've done this. I've done it here. I did it at my buddy Omar's, at Eric's. We've done it in Germany. Nothing works. So I think again, we're gonna have to try something else. We're gonna start from fresh. We're gonna have to get rid of Restream. Maybe we'll try these StreamYards, Prism, whatever, and try to figure this out. Especially once we're in Germany. I'll be back in Germany on June 15th. And a couple days after that, we'll get back to really hard, podcasting. And we're going to get back to interviewing priests and talking about pilgrimages and all that fun stuff. But it's still going to be about a week and a half-ish until we're back there. And we appreciate those of you who watched this. Sorry that it didn't work out with Terry. We had him for a few minutes. We'll try to get him back on as soon as we can. And as soon as I have a better internet connection that will actually work. So let's try that out. We'll try to work out StreamYards. And till next time, y'all. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for being patient with our pathetic streaming for a podcast. But we'll figure this out. We will do this together. We are in this together. We're going to figure this out. And we're going to try StreamYards or Prism or whatever it is. And eventually we're going to figure it out where we're going to do a podcast and it actually looks good and sounds good and connects